Hey everyone, okay, quick foundation tip. Now I see people do this a lot and it's part of the reason why so many people really dislike using makeup brushes for applying foundation, because they do it wrong. So here's what you see people do. They apply a pump or more of foundation directly to the brush. Then they go in with the brush onto the skin and start to blend it. Now, because the brush is oversaturated, the blending process takes about 6 or 7 weeks in order to get a streak-free finish. It's not ideal. You'll see it oftentimes on YouTube. They're using a brush, it's oversaturated, they then have to go back in with a sponge to sort that mess out. When you apply foundation directly to the brush, you're oversaturating the bristles and not allowing any dry time of that product, which means the spreadability of it is too intense and you're just spending a week doing it. Instead, there's 2 ways around it. One is to take your foundation and apply a pump of it into your hand. There we go. Now, you've got 2 options here. The first one would be just to dot it on the skin, and don't dot the entire amount because that's crazy. Then with a foundation brush, now you can use the F4 brush, which is this one, or you can use my beautiful little number 5 brush from White Gold, and then you blend in like this, and you build up the product and the coverage as you go along. Now this way you're not oversaturating the brush, so the brush isn't a greasy, wet mess, but also you're able to control the amount of product that you're putting on your beautiful face, which is a lot easier to do when you're doing it in sheer layers because the dry time is really, really good. Beautiful, beautiful. The second option is to get a very thick, dense brush, which I've already shown. So this one here, which is the F4, and then buff the foundation into the palm. Now this process must be vigorous because you don't want there to be any product left on your palm other than a stain. And then you go in and you buff it into the skin. Now these are the 2 preferences that I would use. Either dotting it onto the face or using it like this as a watercolor. But either way, you're getting a beautiful result that doesn't have any streaks or messes or genuinely looking vile over your face. Let's just stick some blusher on just so we don't look horrific. And it's all one color. And then we just blend that in as well. But this is how you apply foundation, I think. Unless you're using your fingers, which I'm really not a fan of, or of course a sponge. This is how you get flawless results from using a foundation brush. That's it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all soon. Bye-bye.